Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast Show. And off camera, we talk about so many things, and that's why I'm laughing, because, there's always fun on this table. Whether we're in front of the cameras or behind the cameras, we have fun. So, yes, we took a break just to welcome Vina back, and then we had to, do like a reset and everything. And that's why it's taken so long. So, yeah, we apologize for that. But, yeah. Vina, good to have you on set this morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Mr. Ilubaji. Rio. Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians. Serious, please.
Rio is angry. All right, yeah, there's so much to talk about, especially, about this Yahaya Bello's case and all of that. And, they've been kind of conflicting reports, for me. The man was not around, and he said he was with EFCC. EFCC says no, he's not here. Some papers report that he went there and left, and EFCC didn't even make an attempt to quiz him. Some papers say he just went there. It's just so conflicting for me. But I think I'd just like to read from the Guardian newspaper. I was looking at the reports one after the other, and I think I'll take the one from the Guardian newspaper so that we can look at it together, vis-a-vis, a press release from EFCC. So, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, former governor of Kogi, who walked into the office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Wednesday morning, left the commission's office unquestioned. Bello had honored the invitation of the EFCC over alleged financial fraud. A statement issued by the director in his media office, Mr. Ohiare Michael, said that the officials of the anti-graft agency did not interrogate the former governor during his visit. The FCC did not interrogate him. He said that he was told that he could leave by as officials of the commission. I don't know what that means. We didn't know what this means yet. He was accompanied to the commission's office by Governor Usman Ododo, he said. The news agency of Nigeria had earlier reported that the director had said that Bello made the decision to honor the EFCC's invitation after due consultations with his family, legal team, and political allies. He had also said that the former governor, who had great respect for the rule of law and constituted authorities, had all the while only sought the enforcement of his fundamental rights in order to ensure due process. The director said that the case has been before a competent court of jurisdiction, and Bello had been duly represented by his legal team at every hearing. It is important for the former governor to now honor the invitation of the EFCC to clear his name, as he has nothing to hide and nothing to fear. The former governor believes firmly in the efforts of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to place Nigeria on the path of sustainable economic development. He supports the fight against corruption in the country. It is on record that he was the first governor of Kogi State to put in place an anti-corruption mechanism to check graft and ensure that the resources of the state work for the people of Kogi State. The director had said that Bello was accompanied to the EFCC headquarters by high-profile Nigerians. He had expressed the hope that the commission would be as professional as necessary and respect his fundamental rights as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, the story goes on, but we'll just stop it right here. So that's from the Guardian newspaper. But it is important, that we take this next story very quickly. And this is a press release from the EFCC. It says, Yahaya Bello not in EFCC custody. Media reports today that the former governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yahaya Bello, is in the holding facility of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is incorrect. The commission wishes to state that Bello is not in its custody. Bello, already declared wanted by the commission for alleged 80.2 billion naira money laundering charges, remains wanted with a subsisting warrant for his arrest. And this is signed by Dele Oyewale, head of media and publicity, and it was signed yesterday. So here we are, everything on the table for us to talk about. And I would like to hear from you, Adebayo Ilukuju.
Okay. It's quite unfortunate that we have reduced Nigeria and Nigerians to a joke already. It's very, very painful to see the different news making the rounds. You know, EFCC, what that press release didn't say Yahaya Bello was not in our office.
In our office, yes. So it's not in custody, so they didn't.
So it means he might have visited and then left. So you see, it looks as if Nigerians cannot even read between the lines. That's what that press release means. What that man should have told us in clear terms is Yahaya Bello was here, but on certain grounds he had to be released. Maybe we would have been fine with that. Or Yahaya Bello was not arrested, did not visit. He has to be clear. That statement is not clear at all. Now, it won't be surprising if truly Yahaya Bello didn't even visit EFCC. And you know, there's something they call testing the mic. You understand? Yeah. Yahaya Bello, his PR handlers, let's put it that way, can decide to be mischievous and want to play with the psyche of Nigerians. And then they throw this in. What is expected from the moment that news started making the rounds, we should have, in fact, even the FG, federal government, on this particular case, after all, we are all shouting, we are fighting against corruption. Corruption is killing this country and we want to knock it off. This is a high-profile case. And then we wake up to the story that Yahaya Bello has been arrested, Yahaya Bello submits himself to EFCC, and the EFCC comes out to say he is not in our custody. He is a wanted man. That is a vague statement. You understand? It doesn't make any sense. And we need to honestly start to nail these things. They're nipping it in the bud. They should tell us the truth. You know, I said everything in this country, in the past 1 month, there hasn't been one truth said in this country.
I have said the truth.
And when I say, okay, so from the side of the government,
I was just kidding.
Every statement, there's always going to be a counter statement to it. So how long are we going to continue to do this? And then you want the people to believe in this government? Absolutely not. It's not possible. You don't put me on this kind of a ride and then you expect me to take you serious afterwards. So I think Nigerians, sometimes these are the things that we should come together on and tell ourselves that, look, these guys can't be taking us for a ride. And in fact, I won't be surprised. I won't mind joining a protest on this. That why are they taking us for this kind of a ride? We've been battling with the fuel one, and then they come with this. We're better off not hearing anything at all. That's my submission.
Okay, your submission, and I think I want to go back to read the press release so that we can look at, we can actually dissect it. Okay, so I get your point when you said, they haven't come out to say anything really because they've not said whether he came and he left or, they've not said that. But let's look at it again. Yahaya Bello not in EFCC custody. Media reports today that the former governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yahaya Bello, is in the holding facility of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is incorrect. The commission wishes to state that Bello is not in its custody. So that's on the one hand.
Yes.
Now, on the other hand, Bello already declared wanted by the commission for alleged 80.2 billion money laundering charges, remains wanted with a subsisting warrant for his arrest. So that's for me, that's really the confusing part of it, because so if we want to go by what they're saying in the second paragraph, he has been declared wanted.
Yes.
But that man who has been declared wanted, has he been seen, even though he has not been arrested.
Yes.
You know, we is what we don't know.
It's
but that that second paragraph could suggest, and for someone who wants to read between the lines, could suggest that he was not seen at all.
Oh, yes, definitely. But
You know?
you see, why
But
I had an issue.
I think they're just playing with words.
A serious PR personnel would know that some people will raise issues on this.
They want questions answered.
It's just straightforward.
I mean, we want questions answered. We
You could
want
have
to know
not
what
told us
exactly.
Yahaya Bello is lying.
Yes, Yahaya Bello did not come here at all. We did not see him, you know,
Yes.
on the one hand. So, Dina, let's hear from you. What you think? What's playing in your head?
Okay. Personally, I think the press release is explicit enough.
Okay.
Because if you're reading other news papers, you would actually see so many versions, and like 2 or 3 actually saying the same thing, which is Yahaya Bello went to EFCC's office with the sitting governor and other dignitaries, which is not supposed to be so. Because he is no longer the governor, and you're coming with a governor who has immunity.
Correct.
So please tell me, what are you expecting the commission to do? It's more like
immunity. It's no longer a government.
No, he
coming
went
with
with the sitting governor.
Okay.
Do you get? So what are you expecting the commission to do? It's more like you are going there to visit, which that was not what the EFCC said. They invited you in for interrogation. So you coming in with the governor, excuse me, what am I supposed to do? It's more like, okay, you're around, bye-bye. But that doesn't mean you've honored the invitation. So you going around, if your PR is parading itself like you've come and they are telling us he went against all odds, he went through the rain, it doesn't concern us.
Okay, so sorry, let me ask. Do you believe that he went to the EFCC?
Like, I wasn't there, but what the papers reported was he actually did go, but he went with dignitaries and the sitting governor.
So you understand where I'm coming
understand?
from.
So now
They are putting us in this situation.
No, they're just making you understand that. They're making you understand that. Okay.
He didn't come officially.
Thank you.
So precisely what I read
Yes.
is what Vina just said.
Yes.
In combination with what you said. So we're saying the EFCC are also playing with words. Okay?
Yes.
The media person in EFCC is not being, as far as I'm concerned, he could better communicate. Do you understand?
That's my doubt.
Because what he's saying there, this is how at least 3 of us see it. We haven't heard from you. At least 3 of us see it. Now we have how many Nigerians in the world? Let's look at the world, and everybody is going to interpret it
differently.
Differently. So I think he should have come out straight to say exactly what the case is. But how I see it is that when you go with a governor, a sitting governor, then there's so much they can do. Do you understand? There's still
because he didn't observe all protocols.
Yes, that's what they're saying, that they, as far as they're concerned, he has not come. He's still wanted as far as they're concerned.
So, for me, the concerns of Nigerians is Yahaya Bello has been wanted for how many months now?
Over 100 days.
Right? So Yahaya Bello comes with an entourage headed by a governor and then some big men or women. And the EFCC has, by right, to let us understand that our hands are tied. Don't play it like nothing happened. That's where the issue is.
Communication here.
Somebody has done something wrong, and then you are saying, "Oh, I'm not aware."
And then
they didn't say they are not aware.
No,
if you read,
but they left this thing open for people to read in between the lines. So anything he says is correct. Anything you say is correct. Anything I say is correct, because this man is a media person, and when you make such blanket statements, then you're
giving room.
You're not just giving room, but you're also tasking or standing against your colleagues in the media, because you're not working along with them. You're not working together. You're standing on the other side because you're working for EFCC. Yes, you can be working for EFCC and make the job better, by just coming out and telling us exactly how it is, communicating. That's what you're being paid for. And so you're supposed to be, this is your area of core competence. You should be on top of the game. This, if you ask me, it's a blanket statement. But let's hear from Rio. Rio, what do you have to say?
Well, apparently, I think Yahaya Bello was at the EFCC office, but he was not interrogated. And this is confirmed by the Nigerian Tribune. I mean, they actually made it clear in their write-up that they saw him entered the headquarters of the EFCC. However, Yahaya Bello was not interrogated. And if that interrogation did not come, then EFCC probably won't have that chance to get whatever they want to get from him. However, he went there with some dignitaries, with the governor, like you said. So they actually had to play that game so that they wouldn't hold him down. The EFCC won.
So he went there knowing that he would be arrested. So he decided to go with all the entourage.
So once again, the statement that the EFCC is a toothless bulldog holds. This is a man that you've been looking for so long. You see, I don't know. Let's call something
let's call a spade, not an agricultural implement.
You understand? The guy is.
That's what my father is.
The guy, as of now, Yahaya Bello is a fugitive that is wanted. Yahaya Bello walks into the office of those who want him, and they can't make a case out of it. They can't even make a drama out of it. Forget that the governor is there. What happened in Edo State?
I mean, this actually happened once upon a time in Rivers, when the former Director General of the NDDC was going to be arrested by the DSS. They went to Rivers State. She was in the house. The DSS were outside. Wike went to that place, called the woman out, took the woman away from that place. And so
the same thing happened when they attempted to arrest Yahaya Bello as well.
Yes, so it's not like a new thing in Nigeria,
but see,
it's a format.
In the office of, you see, it just nullifies this fight against corruption. That's what it means. Now, not that they have to fight, but you see, the EFCC has to, the only way the EFCC will win my confidence as a Nigerian is by giving me a clear statement. But you see, sometimes we're seated here and I say, there are certain things you cannot say in the open. But trust me, if you are going to mess my own reputation up, even if I'm going to use semantics, I will pass my message to the people that somebody is setting me up for failure. You understand? That was a setup for failure for the EFCC, and that's what annoys me the whole scheme.
That was a statement of the EFCC chairman. Said if he did not arrest Yahaya Bello, he's going to resign. And yet we are yet to see something of that actualize.
So you understand? You remember my opening line that they have made a joke out of us. So we just sit. If this was in the beer parlor, many of us would be shouting on each other. Do you understand that no, you didn't read it right? No, you don't understand. No, Yahaya Bello is a man of valor. Yahaya Bello is this. That's what that thing just did.
But Adeba, sorry though, as a former governor, it's expected that when you finish, people want to audit whatever thing you have done.
Yes.
And in that process, you might not even be the person at fault. It might be one of your commissioners who have embezzled. But the fact that you appointed them, I mean, you will pay for that consequences. But then Nigeria is a country. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is like a street, a joke where people just come and whatever thing they want to get, then leave. Yahaya Bello should have honored the invitation right from day one. Exactly something played out when Willie Obiano was the governor of Anambra State. Yeah. The same day he handed over power. When he handed the power, he was going to take off. I mean, he was arrested at international airport here in Lagos. How can you hand over power the same day? The same person in your party, Abga, he handed over to Soludo, and he was going to leave the country. He was arrested at the airport. And he said he's going back to where he came from. I mean, so people just, so you see reason why, when this man now, Usman Ododo, the current governor of Kogi State, when he collected his certificate as governor-elect, he prostrated for Yahaya Bello. I mean, that shows that he's probably going to be Yahaya Bello's dog throughout the 8 years, and that is what Fubara in Rivers State did not want to do
for
Wike. So who knows? Maybe Fubara don't want to cover some things, and Wike is, I mean, that one is another case. But coming to this place, then we have the people's problem. Do you know that when they were looking for Yahaya Bello, the people of Kogi, maybe not the entire
maybe
people,
a particular set,
few people came out, started calling their gods, started doing a lot of sacrifices, saying they cannot catch him, they will just continue to do this. There was a man of the people, he said this man stole 80.2 billion.
It's alleged.
Okay, so
this case is in court. He did not steal.
That is what the paper says. That is what they've been saying. That he stole 80.2 billion.
It is alleged.
Fine, but that the paper said he stole. I mean, in Nigeria, we always understand how politicians work. But I mean, if you did not steal that money, you were not involved. I mean, why are you scared to go to the
exactly.
In fact, that's my
okay, may I just say this, that even Yahaya Bello is conflicting in himself, if you ask me.
Right.
Because a man comes out to tell you that he has no skeletons in his cupboard, he's not afraid of anything,
well,
and yet they're summoning you, just for quizzing, investigation, and you can't go.
Now,
that's on the one hand. I'm not playing the devil's advocate, but I like to look at things,
holistically.
Yes, holistically. Now, let's take a look at the EFCC, for example. If you remember Ajero's case, EFCC summoned him. Was it the EFCC or DSS?
DSS.
Oh, DSS.
Police.
Okay,
DSS.
Nigerian police. But you see, that's really the trend. It happens all the time. Now, question is, have all these what do you call the security agencies, have they been politically compromised? These are questions we need to look at. Is there a political undertone? Why is it that each time they're asking you to come, for questioning, they're already scared? Because they, have they been at some point used, by politicians, to get back at people?
Maybe pretty much. Well,
is
it a case of so maybe there's some level of vendetta?
Yes. Are they? Yes, are they? That's precisely.
Maybe they're tools.
And so they themselves have to look inwards to say, how honorable are we really?
Right.
Why is it that each time we ask people to come for just quizzing, they don't want to come? So I think it's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
And we have to look at it from both ways.
You see, we have some agencies that you think they are independent, but is a lie. Example, Independent National Electoral Commission. I mean, I'm saying with my full chest, you are not independent. I mean, when there's some government parastatals, yes, government parastatals or agencies in Nigeria that I do not feel or think that it should be politicians that should appoint their heads when there is opportunity for examination, when there is opportunity to select by merit, when there are hierarchy at that place of work.
You can actually suggest.
You cannot. Why did they not appoint Kekere Ekun and say Tinubu appoint? They had to come within themselves, do elections, select or whatever thing, text or whatever integrity they have, then present people and say, okay, this.
I want to just quickly add so you can continue to what you're doing. We have firms, we have management consulting firms that are involved in recruitment. I don't want to mention names, but we have very, top class and, world class firms that you can just say, we want to recruit so look for the best for us. And just hands off. And people will see that it's a transparent process. Yeah, so.
Thank you very much. And then they would always hold that company that helped them to recruit that best responsible if there is anything. But because this country is a country where everybody like to, what they say,
where we buy offices. Where we buy positions.
And Nigeria is a country where sometimes we use appointment as political compensation. You understand? And look at the EFCC now. The EFCC boss was appointed by His Excellency President of Nigeria. I don't think the president should be the person to appoint the person who is going to come and check you if you are embezzling or not. How can I put you there and then you want to come and eat my leg? It's not possible. I mean, it's not possible. You keep it, and it's one of the problems we are having now in NNPC Health. because they would always have, you know, 1 or 2 negotiations or agreements to say, see, I will put you here and you must deliver this. Okay, the constitutional state, it stated it very clearly that, see, the president will appoint his minister and all, fine. The service chief, the president will appoint, yeah. But you see all those commissions, EFCC, ICPC, DSS, I mean, the president should just step aside and let us recruit people who are competent, people who will not be scared that, oh, I will lose my job.
Yeah.
Even you, the president, if there is any meeting between you and the DSS or the INEC, we should start suspecting you for, you know, a foul play.
Yeah.
But when you put the EFCC, I mean, the EFCC chairman we've had so far, the first one we had, I think it was Nuru Badu, the pioneer chairman of EFCC, and he did it well. It was during the time of Obasanjo. When Obasanjo was leaving, Obasanjo cleared all the debts in Nigeria. That alone will not make you want to investigate the man. You come down and say, oh, he has, since Obasanjo left, every other president we always owe. And then when they pass their appropriation bill, we are always using our appropriation bill fund to service debt. And that's why Nigeria is where we are today, right? So it is better they put people, like Tom rightly said, who can recruit professionals, technocrats, not you bringing somebody who have the mind. Imagine Nuru Badu, the same Nuru Badu that was the pioneer chairman of EFCC, is now the national security advisor. But before then, he actually contested for president under ACN. He was the first person that contested for president under Tinubu administration. You continue to put people that have political ambition in offices of technocrats, and you're expecting them to deliver. They will want to save money for future purpose because they want to contest.
To build bridges.
You understand? So when Wike was governor,
that's the same thing Emefiele did now.
Of course, now Emefiele even contested for president when he was the CBN governor, and that is against the CBN Act.
We never
that's the same thing he did. We never
it wasn't our fault. Two people's fault: the executive and the legislature.
No. So I'm not blaming us. I'm just saying. You see,
it's just for you to for us to note that nothing
was done about it.
In Nigeria, when you are rich and then you have small power, nothing will happen. They will drag you and leave you back. You check it. Since Tinubu came in power, how many scapegoats have we had? None. Everybody just continues.
No, but the truth is, do you really think we can have a scapegoat?
We can't, because Buhari tried it with this natural former national security advisor.
Where did he end up?
At least he was in jail for like 7 years.
He who is not.
And he was in jail for like 6-7 years now.
The truth is, there's really, if we are going to be taken seriously in this country, people should pay for their crimes.
We've said it on this table. The minute the president takes somebody and says, you have done wrong, you are going to face the full wrath of the law.
Every other person will see.
And let people see.
And you should start from his own
If we want to do soft, let's do cane them in public and then let them go home. If they cannot go to jail, just beat them in public.
I mean,
and now you know the president is about to scrap the Ministry of Humanitarian and Poverty.
We have not seen the end of that story.
Since
people are campaigning for her to come back.
That's what you get.
Subtly campaigning.
That's the people.
Yes, subtle campaigns.
It's quite, you know, it's unfortunate that we keep saying the same thing
over
and over again. It just tells you that we shouldn't expect a different result, because when you do the same thing over and over, how do you expect a different result? The only thing that can bring a different result is change, when you have a different approach. Unfortunately, this is for me quite shameful on both sides, on the side of the immediate past governor of Kogi State and on the side of the EFCC, because honestly, I think even with the president, the sitting governor being there, you know, there are ways and there are ways. You could walk to him and say, oh, you know, very politely, sir, we've been expecting you for quite a while. You know, no rough handling. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. So let me say.
No, but I totally agree.
I'm wondering if Usman.
So let me say it at least. So you can walk to him and say, oh, sir, we've been expecting you for quite a while. Please come in. You know, take him in and sitting down. Go and speak with the sitting governor and say, sir, we will have to. Can you just leave him? I know that one will not agree.
It may not work.
It may not work because this is Nigeria.
So
light
you see
to
what
work.
you see. I wrote on my status a while back. I said, when you have a mix of truth and falsehood in one dose, what is it called? Do you understand? So what that EFCC statement brought is a somebody said white lie, somebody said mixed truth, or something like that, you know. But the thing is, sometimes it's not very nice to drag people out and tell them, or Deni, or you. Do you understand? And that's what these things mean. I mean, the guy's been wanted for over 100 days, goes to the EFCC office. EFCC cannot even own up. Do you understand? They can own up. And probably, because they must have had some kind of conversation, if it really went, because me, I don't even believe it went.
They said they didn't have conversation. He went.
They
said they didn't have
any
because you are
conversation.
going in
There was no interrogation.
Dignitaries and governors.
So it's better for the EFCC.
So they went on the tour of the EFCC office on their own volition. They
went on a visit.
Excursion.
Maybe not an excursion. Maybe they didn't go round.
A visit, maybe somebody.
A visit. They went on the. At least they visited them.
Because if actually, what is his name now?
Yahaya
Bello was actually.
This guy will get to court now and tell them at court, like, I was there. I went there.
Because he did go there. He did go there.
So it's a game.
He did go there.
And that's why the
EFCC are playing a game.
That's why the EFCC declared that he did not come.
There's an understanding between both parties. There's an understanding. So you see, we're a joke. That's why.
Are you sure?
I will call it an understanding.
Because somebody came out yesterday morning or day before yesterday morning. Then I think I said it on the table briefly that he does not trust NLC and the federal government. It's like they are playing a game on us, and we'll just be like, oh, the NLC is, you know, on their neck. The federal government is this. So who knows what is happening between the EFCC and the Yahaya Bello? Because Yahaya Bello is a strong APC member. He was a former governor in APC twice, and then he fought for having another governor under the All Progressive Congress in that place. During the presidential election, he delivered the state to the president, APC. And now, the president only said one thing that time when when they were trying to arrest him, that Yahaya Bello should submit himself to the EFCC. Because people were expecting that he should talk. At the same time, Yahaya Bello was one of those presidential candidates that did not step down during the primaries. I think he had about 50 or 50 something. The first person who stepped down was Gospel Akpabio. Then the Fayemi stepped down, the Dimeji Bankole stepped down. Yahaya Bello never stepped down. And that was so kind of tricky because people were wondering, they thought he would step down. Until later, I think he had issue with Mr. President during the who would be the something for campaign this, campaign that, why they were giving those offices. He was not giving any office like that on time until until they gave him something to coordinate the youth, during the campaign. At that time, it feels like he was not in good terms with the president. So immediately he finished his tenure. Before then, he has been on the EFCC watch list. If you check the EFCC watch list today, you will see so many sitting governors there. There's a reason why they cannot arrest them now, because we all understand what covers them. But immediately or as soon as they finish, EFCC will go after them, right? But now it feels like, okay, is it the president that is delaying it? Is it that the president is in support? We are confused. And this drama that played out yesterday now made us to be more confused. Because how can you go there? Somebody you have been looking for, even if it's to lock that governor that followed him. Because I don't know why, because
I don't understand. You seem to be speaking from both sides of your mouth. When I was saying this thing, you said it can't happen. That it's too
No. You were saying they say come inside, come and sit down. Enough will happen like that.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, one of the media aides of Yahaya Bello said EFCC surrounded their place, the governor's lounge in Abuja, for Kogi State, and they were even shooting. Maybe you've not seen that story. So it's like they want to carry him by fire.
But he presented himself.
They followed him.
So the only thing that makes sense in the whole of this scheme is the fact that let's follow those conspiracy theories that there's an understanding between both parties and this is to create a soft landing for Yahaya Bello. Yahaya Bello had turned himself in. That's like just, trying to imagine that this is what it's all about. He has turned himself in. The next thing we are going to have court cases, and the next thing they are going to quash the case.
No, I understand there's already a court case.
No, so it's going to appear in court. That's what I mean.
There's already
and then they'll just
case
quash the. Do you understand what I mean? So how long are we going to continue to do these things? Why not just address it from the beginning? Go to court.
The question should be, how long are we going to continue to toy with the intelligence, and the emotional mentality of Nigerians? How long are we going to do that, really? Because every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to take undue advantage of us. It's as if that we win.
So we are a joke. If we could bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, he ran away from Nigeria.
So that's
to
what
Kenya.
I'm saying. Listen, but I don't really believe in violence except it is extremely necessary, and that's why I said it the way Rio described as soft. But the point is that he really could have been arrested even though he came with the governor. He doesn't have immunity. It is the governor, the sitting governor, that has immunity, and that's why they could have, if they really wanted to do their work, they must have different strategies and different skills, to be able to achieve that. So even if they had to go the soft way, just to take him away from the presence of the current governor, and then, once they have him, they can do what they want. But they didn't even adopt any strategy. They just saw him and allowed him to go.
So let me say this. I know that it might be a bit violent, but imagine if they had fallen into the hands of bandits. You think bandits will not take him? Do you understand? I know it's an awkward logical, but think about it.
Or perhaps maybe they were looking at the governor's security
inside their own premises.
Exactly.
They will arrest all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Could it have been that? But even if it was that, they should have been able to arrest them.
There's something we would be.
They should have been able to arrest them.
A one call.
That one call. That the case that was
in court. Imagine the country where they were about to prosecute offenders. That was during the Burundi change problem.
Yes.
And the IPOD said he received a call.
Just one call.
And he went to meet maybe the clerk and said, we don't want to have this case again.
It was quashed.
And they cancelled that case. So what if at the EFCC's office, what if there was a call?
Anything can happen actually.
Nigeria.
Anything can happen in Nigeria.
It's a saga. It doesn't finish.
You see, you know why it pains me. It's hurting because the level of intelligence that are bound here is so high that when you want to play people, this is not how to play people.
Because it's not as if we don't know the truth anyway.
Yes.
We eventually get to know the truth. Even if we don't know it from the beginning,
well,
we eventually get to know it. And so we know that, and you see, there's nothing like the people not having confidence in its leaders. That's so sad. You're just leading because the people are just quiet. Because they don't even have confidence in you. That's the truth, because if we had confidence in our government, we won't be providing water, light, good roads. We'll be doing a lot of things by ourselves. That's quite unfortunate. This Yahaya Bello's case is a saga.
Wait for the next season.
Let's wait for the next season. It's going to unfold.